In the year 2021, the fourth corporate war began, and that's when it all went to hell. I mean, it was already hell before then for most of us. But man, shit really hit the fan. The next couple of years, it just got worse, until eventually it all came to a peak between Arasaka and Militech. On August 20th, 2023, it all ended with a literal bang when a raid on the Arasaka corporate building brought the whole place crashing down, right in the middle of Night City. A nuke that went off took out the entire corporate sector, instantly killing 500,000 people and displacing thousands more. Now, 22 years later, we're finally recovering from that hellish time. But make no mistake, it's nowhere near peaches and cream out here in the red. Now, Night City is an even bigger playground for booster gangs, technocults, and all kinds of unsavory characters that wear everything from spiked leather to silk button-downs. What you do now will determine your fate in the time of the Red. It's time for you to rise up from the rubble of Night City. It's time to resist. It's time for some disorder.
Hey, follow around the birth of a soldier. Ready to decide if you live or die. Rise up, resist and disorder. Rise up, resist and disorder. Nowhere to run, it's all undone. Everything burns, everything burns. I'll watch you fall down, I'll drag you face down. Everything burns, everything burns.
All right, we are back with episode 9, I think, of Cyberpunk.
Got some questions, but I suppose, first what we're doing is probably getting in touch with the Aldecados and figuring out how rough it was for them.
I want medical treatment.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Fuck you, you're in my car. Can we check on my people?
Well, so last time there was a post-credit scene that did not get recorded because things
Oh,
happened.
yeah, I'm in a closet.
Yep. Where Robbie ran off into the darkness with Dreamer over his shoulder.
I'll
So-
probably be fine.
So yeah, I'm not in the car. I'm actually back at Resin's place. I've been stuffed into a closet with a gun and handed to me by Robbie. Robbie is outside. Hassan is very confused.
Oh, okay. So I'm retconning a little bit of that because there's no way that Robbie will be able to go all the way back to Resin's place in the time required. Because originally I said it was like 50 kilometers out, but I'm like retconning that to like 25 kilometers out because that makes a little more sense for what has happened. Robbie, you and Dreamer kind of come to this scene as you are coming back to find the place to basically stuff him in. And what looks to be, while there's a little bit of power, it seems to be a mostly kind of abandoned settlement outside the city.
Then into closet I go. Ominous, garbled final line. Gun put in my hand. I am in closet. Save the last bullet for yourself. Hassan is both elated, terrified, and really confused.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I will give him a choice because I went ahead and because I thought this would be appropriate, just grabbed a bunch of shots from inside of Cyberpunk, whatever, and kind of come up to this gas station area where there is both a gas station and this what looks like bar called place right here.
Good.
In which Robbie can stuff you into either one of these places.
Well, that's really up to Robbie. Robbie, in which place's closet are you stuffing me? Gas station or bar?
Do I have any memories, real or ephemeral, of either of these two locations?
No. These are just you just happened to come across because your idea was run back into the city, and this was the first place that you came across.
The goal was to run and don't stop until we reach a secure location. Like, unless either of these two could possibly qualify as a secure location. Like, if I don't know anything about them, then they aren't. like I
you could easily your tactical mind could easily secure either location.
Is the gas station populated?
No, the entire place is abandoned. It has power somehow still, but the entire place is it seems to be abandoned.
I'm gonna lean toward the gas station, but I'm gonna do a little bit of scouting. I'm gonna check the sort of the condition of the pumps. Like, when is the last time somebody used these? But basically, yeah, I'm gonna double check for signs of activity.
Yeah.
And before opening a door, I'm going to prime to like have my gun pointed like at likely like locations of interest.
Yeah, no, the pumps are empty. Looks like they've been dry for years.
Yeah, no, then I'll go into the main building and search for a maintenance closet.
You go into the main building. It's a fairly small, reception area. You got a door in the back there, and the door to the side here obviously leads to the garage area. I assume on your stuff of what you just said, you're gonna go and check the back door there.
Yeah.
And it seems to be a fairly dark, peering in. Looks like maybe a small staff room of some kind, maybe, but it is closed in.
Is there a like maintenance or supply closet?
This is the only other room that you see in there. But this room has one way in and one way out, and you're looking at it.
All right, then I guess I drop him in one of the like more solid looking chairs, and then shove my gun into whatever hand isn't already holding a gun, seemingly oblivious to the initial one's presence, and save the last bullet for yourself.
Robbie? God, my arm. Robbie,
Slam.
Ah. Right.
Then continue to investigate, see if I can't put together a picture of like what this place's last use was. Like, try to deduce some hints as to like why it's abandoned. And double check for any signs of recent habitation. And if my brain is sufficiently advanced to meaningfully multitask, I will also get I guess use my brain phone to send a text to Resin, I guess.
Okay.
Giving them a GPS location.
Right. All right. Well, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what skill would be used here.
There's literally a skill called deduction.
Right, but this would be more like kind of a history type of role to figure out like.
Well, I think Steve is asking more like just from the physical signs of the place deducing a thing.
Okay.
I mean, there is. What is it like? There is like a local history, isn't there?
There's a local expert skill, but that is actually meant to be like you are an expert in a specific area of Night City.
But yeah, like this is what Dave was saying. This feels more like examining the area, trying to determine like when last people were here, and maybe from that data, extrapolating like why nobody uses this place.
I think a local expert would be like, how often do people come out here to do synth coke?
Yeah, no. I mean, if you're just like,
I have a general education skill. I have criminology.
If you're just if you're trying to like just Sherlock Holmes the place, then yeah, deduction would definitely be it.
Like, would criminology be useful if I like to indicate if like this place has some sort of
I'm not sure if criminology would actually work here. Let me.
Would criminology work if you wanted to know how often people come in here to do synth coke?
or if this might be the sort of place for that, if like
Is this a trap?
I mean, I
house?
can't imagine that like Night City, like if this property is used for anything, like regardless of like if there's any living person still holding the title to it, it's probably illegal to be in this building.
So, criminology, skill of discovering clues by dusting for fingerprints, doing ballistic tests, examining evidence, and searching through police records and files. That is the description for criminology. So, again, like trying to just like take in the environment and see what is like going on and everything would definitely be deduction.
All right, I made that roll. I'll go ahead and you know what, I'll just count on 15 being enough. Like sure.
Okay. So are you taking in the immediate like room, or are you going back outside to look at the area?
Now that I have the person of interest secured in a room, I'm scouting the whole building,
Okay.
taking a peek at its immediate surroundings.
Right. So looking around the area, you can see that there is like there is traffic that has gone through here recently, within definitely the last 3 days to week. Not a whole lot has happened at the gas station itself. You can tell. It looks like some of it has been going to the brain dance place across the way.
Gonna find a light switch. Is there any skill that would be relevant for knowing like if this whole area is sort of inexplicably lit up, would a dark building draw more attention?
Possibly. It is very much one of those things where it's like the surrounding area, like all of there's like a whole bunch of like mobile homes and everything like that around here that people used to live in that are all completely dark. There are both dark buildings and buildings that are lit up. It's just like possibly when they left, like the lights were left on in that aspect. But
I'm shutting off the lights.
Okay, at the gas station or the
At the gas station.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm calling Yama.
The call that you will make will end up happening later because Yama and the rest obviously would have met their location much sooner than yours because they were in a car.
And I think speed limits are for cops.
So we'll get to that later if Robbie wants to continue investigating the area.
Just yeah, I only want to try and figure out like I'm just trying to do my best to secure it before going behind the counter, crouching and going into like a sentinel mode, low energy observation.
Okay, so you're not going
getting ready to like pounce on anything unfamiliar that comes in.
Okay, so you're not going to explore around anymore. You're just securing the gas station and then hunkering down.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, in that
I mean,
case,
unless I see anything that would give me any reason to think that there's something to find.
I mean, nothing in particular. Like, you don't see any like actual like human activity or anything like that. Like I said, like the place across the way is lit up, but you know, so was the gas station, right? And if you're not gonna do any other like overt exploratory things, I will go ahead and switch to the rest of the party.
Right now, yeah, like Hassan's just making the phone call and nursing his broken arm, pretty much, and also just staying in the room because that's where Robbie put him, and he has a pretty strong suspicion that if he tries to leave the room, Robbie will stand up and gently put him back in the room. Hassan's pretty confident of that.
So back at the Aldecado camp, it is middle of night. Not everybody has gotten back yet. There are vehicles still coming in. Some of them do have bullet holes in them, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the car. I'm in pain.
I'm gonna see if I can start fixing people up.
So yeah, you guys got back. I forget how bad off some of you guys are. If
Aside from the broken
Ooh.
arm, I'm actually doing pretty well.
I have first aid, so I will roll to treat that broken arm.
Most of my health is on, but at some point my leg is going to be broken again. If I understand how temporary fixes work.
yeah, so critical injuries, I believe I do not believe first aid can actually fix them. However, you do need to at least first aid to stabilize everybody for them to actually start healing. I mean,
I was run across country over your shoulder with a broken arm, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 to achieve that end.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like to stabilize. It depends on like what rate they're at. If they're not under half, it's only 10. If they're at half, it's 13. If they went down
I'm not
somehow,
under half.
yeah,
I'm not under half. Like the thing is, the only time that I really got seriously injured was with the broken arm. So the thing that took off like the majority of like the damage I took was also the thing that wrecked my arm.
yeah.
So I have set Hassan up with a Dreamer up with some sort of basic splint.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Robbie.
All right.
And who else has broken bones and or missing digits?
Yeah. To actually fix critical injuries permanently, it requires a surgery roll.
Yeah.
I've got a torn muscle, and I'm beat up.
Yeah, it's actually real funny because I look at my sheet and it's just like, aside from the broken arm, I'm doing pretty all right.
Yeah, no, there are definitely those who are worse off than you. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the people who are here, I'm about to see if I can find like. I'm sure some leader actually stayed behind rather than get in on this raid. So like, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think I only got a hit 3 times, and one of them bounced.
You're still at like 14 hit points though. That's pretty.
Yeah. Well, I came in here wounded, so I started this thing down.
So fixing everybody up is obviously going to take some time. There is they do have a med tent in the actual like camp itself. And yeah, no, as people start piling in, there's definitely not as many people coming back as you thought should be.
I assume like when I glanced back, I definitely saw people being taken down. And I'm sure at least a few people are just going, fuck this, I'm out, and scattering. That makes sense. But yeah, I want to like see. I want to see if I can find like of the people I know who are in charge, who stayed behind and is therefore here.
Just glancing around, you do see there are still a bunch of people here that just didn't go out on it because somebody's got to look after the camp, right?
Sure.
You do automatically recognize your buddy Lutz, the one lead that you were kind of getting dressed down by before. You do not see him right away.
I'm gonna settle for Lutz then. Hey, Lutz.
Yama, you made it back. What's the score? Y'all kick their ass.
Fucking Grizz legged it, but cops were coming in, so we couldn't stick around. The fuck were the cops coming in for anyway?
Well, I was just about to ask you, what the fuck were the cops there for?
Well, you don't fucking know. All I know is our hacker got word, and we spread word as far as we could before we we had to book.
Resin, go ahead and make your surgery roll on Robbie while
Well,
oh, not
What
Robbie,
do you
but
mean?
Blitz.
yeah, I was about to say we are in a different location.
I was reading Robbie in the chat, so
15. I will spend 2 to make it 17.
well, let me see. So they all have a specific DV, so let me see what torn
Oh,
muscle is.
okay.
I think most of them are 15 or 13.
13.
Torn muscle can be done actually by first aid or paramedic. It's one of the few that can be done by first aid. With the DV of 13. You bandage him up while Yama is kind of like calling out to Lutz and everything and talking.
Does that fix it?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
Yeah, torn muscle. It has torn muscle and foreign object are two that say the quick fix removes injury for effect permanently.
Nice.
You know, I can believe it for an object, just because like, oh hey, let me just pull this rebar out of you.
Yep.
Who else is busted up?
Yama
So me.
is.
And I'm just standing outside fucking talking to this guy. Like,
Favoring one leg over the other.
yep.
Like I'm a
It's
tough
cool. I
guy.
don't need my fucking limbs to drive. This is fine. Yeah. So, like, fucking leadership make it out. Like, who's left?
No, I don't know, man. Like, 'cause you can hear vehicles in the distance still making their way in. It's like, I don't know, man. Not everybody's made it back yet. We'll have to take account of everything once that happens, I guess.
Shit.
We're in a different-
Somebody on watch outside. They're getting chased.
I mean, yeah, we got lookouts, but nobody's raised alarms or anything like that. Other than that, you know, everybody started to return. Only besides you guys, only a few people have made it back yet. Where's the rest of your crew?
I'm gonna see if I can start splinting Yamaraja's leg, since I can't do a surgery here completely. And then I'm gonna ask where the hell Robbie is.
Your guess is as good as fucking mine. His Chrome boy picked him up and legged it the other way.
Robbie is the Chrome boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the avocados and be like, anyone else torn up that needs some treatment?
Oh yeah. A lot of people do. Also, everybody who took damage needs to be stabilized before they can start healing. So you might want to at least do that.
Yeah.
Like I said, that actually is me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's just first aid or paramedic.
I'm above half, so I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
if that's for me, that'd cover me.
Like, unless you're like the highest DV that it is 15, is and that's if you're mortally wounded. So
Yeah.
Bada bing.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna go
imagine-
around and just start stabilizing people.
yeah, no, you started going around and patching people up all efficient like.
Yeah, I think with a 33, you become like the Aldecado's very own Mother of Mercy for a bit.
You're having flashbacks back to the before times before you were Ripper Doc.
I figure at some point in all this, it's when like both GPS coordinates from Robbie and my phone call come in.
Eventually, they definitely made it back to the camp long before you guys made it to the
Right.
to where it is, because you know wheels and feet are definitely a different speed. 20 times different, actually.
So probably basically a few minutes more of like more or less circular. What the fuck is happening? I don't know either. What the fuck is happening? I don't know either. Before the call comes in.
The Lutz will look to Blitz and ask, as all like, you said you got a tip from one of your buddies. What was that about?
It's a tip from one of my buddies. They asked me where I was. I told him where, and he said, "Hey, there's shit going on there. The cops are coming. You might want to bail." We bailed.
So,
It's quite.
out of character, I want to impress the fact that you guys are just saying the cops when it was definitely Max Tech, and there is
Okay.
a different differentiation. So, I mean,
Okay.
you can go ahead and still say the cop showed up and whatnot, but like he's
what,
just
Okay.
he's just thinking like
Max
it's like,
Tech.
oh, the cops, okay.
No,
Wait,
Max
like,
Tech
wait a minute.
showed up. Yeah, it was Max Tech.
Wait, you have
Yeah.
a boy in fucking Max Tech? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, no, the mention of Max Tax makes it all like, what the fuck? They don't show up except for like extreme situations. This was like a gang fight outside the city.
Maybe there's something in that area that we weren't supposed to get into. I don't know.
Or there's something that somebody was protecting.
Like
Maybe
what?
maybe Grizz had more information than we thought he did. I don't know.
I mean, he's hot shit, but he can't be that hot. Especially not with those fucking scrubs for backup.
You never can tell what people get a hold of sometimes.
So, Will, there's a line of text that you got as one of your messages that,
The dealing with the cyber psychos?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that's referring to.
Yeah, no, like as far as you're concerned, you weren't dealing with cyber psychos. But it seems that the information that your buddy got was that there's something dealing with cyber psychos in your area.
Robbie was Max Tech, wasn't he?
No,
No, Robbie was Arasaka made.
like when Robbie was made, Max Tech as like their own private judge, jury, and executioner military didn't exist yet.
Yeah, I have no idea why Max Tech would be out here. I didn't know if there were any psychos out here for them to come deal with.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you like were considered, like everybody seemed pretty sane, relatively, in the situation.
This sounds like somebody swatted us. This sounds like somebody said, "Hey, there's cyber psychos out there," and then Max Tech went, and then just decided to shoot first and ask questions maybe fifth after they'd shot a whole bunch.
Well, there's no way to determine whether or not the guy with the big robot arms was a cyber psycho. After he refused to initiate an emergency detachment of his own limbs when they arrived.
Well,
Like, he didn't instantly surrender and cooperate. Obviously that's the case. Otherwise, why would we have shot him 37 times?
Yeah. If he didn't want to have been shot 37 times, he should have detached his arms and laid down on the ground.
and he was quite calm about it when I said Max Tech is coming, and he said Max Tech is coming. All right, I'm out.
Yeah,
Well,
that make it very safe.
that was more me as the GM, not like putting a whole lot of inflection to it.
Yeah, well,
Oh, no, I
he seemed
just
rather
kinda-
calm about it.
I still kind of like the idea of you heard Max Tech, all right, but just very calmly booked it because he didn't want to eat a minigun to the chest.
I don't remember that at all. I remember our last sighting of him still yelling, "What?"
I think he did that and then like disappeared around a corner, and we were also running away at basically the same time.
Yeah.
Everybody was running.
Yeah, but he understood it, didn't seem to freak out about it, and was like, "Yep." So, yep, I got no idea. Maybe something else is going on, but right now I don't think we can do much to figure it out.
We ain't got We ain't got Max Tech. We ain't got the hardware to fucking take on Max Tech. Not this close to the fucking city either.
So after about an hour of people finally like coming in and whatnot, whoever wants to can make me a concentration check. You can complement it with an observation check. You're taking count of like everybody that you thought you might have saw there and comparing it to how many people are back. So that's why I'm.
Anyone do it?
Yeah, anybody who's currently here right now.
Why can't I find concentration?
It's the very
It's
first
try to
one.
fail.
Oh, because I was scrolled down. That's why.
Is the second awareness skill.
And complement it with a perception. So I think roll the perception first.
So complementing, if you're rolling complementary, you roll that first. If you're going to get for the bonus, you roll it afterwards. If you think if you ended up failing it, in this case, Will would you did not make the DV. So if you want to roll a perception to possibly get a +1 on the skill to re-roll it, then you could.
I don't think 10's going to do me any good.
Well, no. So what it does, if you complement a skill after you've failed a skill, the situation of it has changed, and therefore you can roll the skill again.
So I get to re-roll the 9.
Yeah. So, or sorry, you get a +1 to your concentration skill now.
Okay, so which turned it into a 10. So I
Yeah.
probably still miss it.
So no, you needed at least a 13 to kind of figure out. It looks like only about half of the people that went out have come back after about an hour.
That's it. The Aldecado
Yeah.
called.
And then any of leadership managed to make it out.
You still do not see the one guy who gave you the dressing down beforehand.
I mean, maybe fuck that guy a little bit, but other people, because there are definitely like other people like in that group.
Yeah, no, there are other people in that group that came back still.
Yeah, I'll approach them. I figure out what the fuck.
Yeah, so you approach one of the others, just kind of still kind of limping on your splint, and they look at you. They're a little worse looking, worse for wear at the moment. A little tired, a little ragged, looking like they got shot at a bunch.
You know if the old man made it, or did he get picked up too?
Is he not back yet?
Nah.
Oh man, like we heard the yell, and then the floodlights came on, and we all kind of I don't like to compare us to, but we scattered like roaches on it as fast as we could, and then the gunfire just kind of started from all directions at that point.
We didn't bring hardware for fucking Max Tac. Can't stick around for that shit.
Yeah, what the fuck is MaxTac doing out there? Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with anything inside the city at all.
No fucking clue. Our hacker's the one who got the tip, and he doesn't know what brought him out. Best I could think of is that's maybe somebody fucking called in Grizz as a cyber psycho.
Maybe. But who? But that begs another question: who the hell would do that? I mean, the only people who we're the only ones who are getting ready to go after him.
Yeah, this was tit for fucking tat. It's not like we were going into raid a shit.
This smells worse than shit. Where's the rest of your crew?
Two split the other way. And Peter, have I like gotten the call from them by now?
Resin, you've gotten some GPS coordinates, like
Oh,
random GPS coordinates from Robbie.
Then soon after that, Yama, your phone rings.
Oh, interesting.
Shit, I gotta take this. Dreamer, what the fuck?
Hey, so I'm alive. Robbie's alive. My arm's fucked up to shit. I think some of Robbie's old memories kicked in when Max Tech did. What was Max Tech doing there?
I don't fucking know either, man.
Okay, all right. You know what? Actually, I got a hypothesis, not even a hard theory. What do you know? Maybe that'll feed into this. Like
that Max Tech showed up, and that half of us are fucking missing, man.
Okay, so Max Tech handled things with their usual lack of subtlety. Okay. Yama, I think this was a hit. Either on the Aldecados or us.
fucking hit. You fucking sure, man? Like you sure? Like and like I think like Yama's like speaking aloud, so like they probably can hear the other end, but like yeah, if they're gonna interject, just feel free, Peter. Like sure the fucking hit, man. Who the does
I
Max Tech do fucking hits?
mean, if somebody like gave them information that wasn't true, and Max Tech's trigger happy to fuck. Somebody says something like cyber psychos or whatever the hell, and they'll just go out running, just to go out running. They're not going to ask questions. They're going to shoot first, second, third, fifth, and maybe if anybody's still alive, they'll question people. That's just how they operate.
Yeah, but we didn't even know what we were doing until we got here this evening.
That blitz,
Yeah, fucking
Yama's got him on speakerphone.
yeah,
Yeah,
blitz. That's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah, Yama's-
I don't think that's strictly necessary where Blitz is like Blitz added himself to the party. Like call.
Hey, you got a
Yeah.
phone call. Oh, who is it? Oh, it's Dreamer. Okay, I'll just hack in.
Something like that. But yeah, that's something we got to figure out. But that's my best guess at this point because it's the only thing that makes any modicum amount of sense. That somebody fed Max Tech some lies. Max Tech showed up, saw a whole bunch of people shooting at each other, and decided, fuck it, and then interjected themselves into the party. So yeah, I think that this was a hit.
That sounds like them.
fucking hit ass. Shit. Yeah, y'all try
just-
caught some of that. Like, yeah, it looks like our best guess is a fucking hit. The other two, Robbie's still up. Yeah.
He is guarding the position outside my door. I attempted to leave, and he very gently pushed me back into the room.
Maybe door. Where the hell are you? You haven't been back at camp.
Yeah, we're not there.
Site
Best,
not yet secure.
yeah, Robbie found a
Are
gas
you
station.
hurt?
Yeah, Robbie found a gas station, and we're hunkered down there. It looks like it's been abandoned for years.
How
Hey.
bad are you hurt?
Aside from a broken arm, not bad. Robbie's more beaten up than I am.
I'll block off the next 3 days for surgeries.
Awaiting evac.
You're a
Yeah,
doll.
we'll be there in a fucking, I don't know, probably half hour. Shit. And like, yeah, we'll probably look from the call. Like, is there? I don't know. You know what I'm about? Is there anything Is there anything you need me to fucking do here? Like, I'll tell you right now. I doubt I can fucking raid Max Tech.
Look, okay, I'm still on speaker, right? Hey,
You were never on speaker. What?
well, I thought you were putting on speakerphone.
I just fucking give me a second.
I mean, I actually just assume that you guys have like have set up like a group call of some kind at this point.
Yeah, I figure like yeah, there's been like a group chat thing, but
Okay,
Yeah, I didn't put it-
I'm
Door
talking
opens.
about-
Commissioner, secure your position. Activity has been detected outside of the secure area.
What? Oh, okay. So, apparently there are now people outside where we are, which could just be people getting drunk or high, or I don't know, could be more Nazis trying to shoot me. It's been that kind of month.
fuck me. So shit. And he's gonna like yeah, he'll like kind of again just like look back up to like what remains leadership. Like, yeah, is there anything we need to fucking like? You got my number. I mean, I'll fucking help out if at least clean this up. But I don't know if I don't think there's much else I can do.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
So Dave, go ahead and roll me perception with the +2 modifier for your cybernetics. All right, so 16.
What?
I will continue to feed you information through
17.
17. Okay.
I spent 1 luck.
All right, so yeah, like Yama was asking the Aldecados if they needed anything else here, if they could go over and potentially save Robbie and mine's asses.
Yama, you, Resonant and Blitz are still quite a bit beat up. So are you going to try and go to the location yourself, or are you guys gonna stick around?
Are the Aldecaldos gonna like ask Yama to do anything, or are they just time for them to split?
Everybody is kind of just recuperating at the moment.
Then he's gonna go ahead and split to pick up the old man and Robbie.
I'll go along.
I've already got everyone here stable.
Well, that's the question. Do you want to continue playing nurse basically to everybody?
Well, how many do I stabilized?
She did roll a 33.
No, I know. That's just, and I'm making that so that, yes, she is going to eventually stabilize everybody with that. So it's more of a role play question of Resin, do you want to stick around in case more injured show up, or are you going to go off with everybody else?
I'm gonna stay. Because I know Yamaraja can stabilize other people.
Well, anybody can stabilize with first aid, but you're the only one who can really like fix injuries.
Yeah, I already know I'm going to be spending the next couple days on everybody. But I want to make sure that we don't lose any more avocados than necessary, because that keeps us on their good side.
Okay.
Fair cop.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'll then minus Resin. We got to split to go pick up Robbie and Dreamer.
It's very, very likely it's going to be we jump in your car and drive off, because by God, we are not ready for another fight right now.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna be speeding there.
So I guess Dave, it's an open question. Is it the guys who want to kill me, or is it the guys who want to take you back in? Let's see.
All right. So, Robbie, do you actually go out into the outside, or are you still in the office, just kind of?
I'm remaining in the pitch dark of the building with all the lights turned off, and moving into with all available stealth, moving into position to observe who's approaching.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to stay in the office itself, or do you want to maybe like move to the garage area, because you can do that as well?
Oh, yeah. I guess wherever I can to get a good look.
But yeah, you've turned off all of the lights and whatnot, and are just kind of like observing. And coming across the way, you see walking around the corner. He does not seem to see you, though. Let me see here. There you go. There's a more apt face for him.
Oh, fuck.
He from observing him, he seems to be either exhausted or injured, or possibly both. But you see him walk into the brain dance bar across the way from you.
He hoofed it too.
I send the footage to Yamaraja.
Yeah, I guess Yama, you get a video. You get a short video, which is just Grizz walking to the brain dance bar.
Yeah, kind of shuffle walking, but yeah.
And it's got a geotag coordinates.
Well, you know what? As far as results go, this isn't the worst. I was afraid it was the Legion or Arasaka. Oh yeah. Oh, now you're back. Hey, Obi. So, it's Grizz walking to the brain dance bar. Robbie saw him.
Yeah, it's insert dramatic scene of. Well, okay, if I'm there already.
No, you're not there yet.
Okay, yeah. Then in that case, insert a dramatic scene of me like flipping the NOS open to get there even faster, because holy shit, Grizz's head is back on the fucking table. Let's go.
So yeah, Robbie, are you going to take any other actions besides just watching?
I am severely physically compromised. And though my gauges seem to indicate that I could probably pick him up and break him like some sort of airborne mammal. The devil favors him, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Fucking 9-1s, Jesus fuck.
Right.
That
So-
fight was ridiculous in all meanings of the word.
A little bit. All right. So continuing observation, or are you going to report status to Dreamer or anything like that, or are you just going to keep him in the figurative and literal dark?
Yes.
Like so Dreamer just knows that there's like there were figures approaching. That's it. So at some point, he won't leave the room because they know Robbie will stuff him back into it, but he'll crack the door open a little bit and he'll like gets on his phone. Robbie, what's happening?
Situation resolved. Hostile move to separate destination.
Oh well, that's good. Just bunch of randos or what?
Primary target.
I'm getting in the
blink.
car, guys.
Identification Grizz.
Just a slow blink and it's like, for real?
Condition poor. Sighted moving into Braindance Bar. Bar conditions unknown. Possible secondary fortification.
Wait, did you tell Yama?
Correct.
Oh fuck. Calling Yama?
What?
Yama, I swear to God, we do not have the time for this. No, like Robbie's beaten up to shit. I've got a broken arm. You got a broken leg.
It's cool. The assault rifle's full.
Yama,
Immediately hangs up.
Yama, God fucking damn it!
So, what was that call about?
Robbie spotted Grizz moving into apparently there's a bar across the fucking street. Grizz is fucking limping, so he should be nice and fucked up.
Your phone's just going.
We're just gonna fucking roll up on him and blast him to fucking shit.
Dude, we got any Molotov cocktails?
Nah, I don't have any of those in the back. Probably should be making them, honestly.
Like your phone is continuing to ring. I imagine you're continuing to ignore it.
Who are you
I
calling?
can't. Oh, it's fucking. It's fucking old man. He's like worried or whatever. Fine, we don't even have to. It's fine. You're fucking loaded up, yeah. And
yeah.
and yeah, like while he's talking, Yama's just gonna like start loading his gun because I got interface plugs, so that's a privilege.
You don't know how, but somehow the continued ringing of your phone takes on like a recriminating tone.
He just calls and hangs up and calls again in certain intervals, making a certain pattern.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a rocker boy. He can do that.
I never thought the play instrument skill would come in handy at this point.
Actually, you know what? For funsies, I'll actually role play instrument. Why not?
Play instrument, agent, ringtone.
Yeah, no, it's 13. It's competent. I'm gonna say that works.
Phone like buzzes a ringtone, answer it, and just hear confused. What the fuck?
I'm a rocker boy. It's what I do. Yama, don't you fucking dare!
It's going to be fine.
No,
Don't come out.
Nothing about this night has gone fine. God damn it!
Exactly. That's why I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna put his head on a pike. It'll be great.
No.
You can call
No,
first dibs
no.
on one of the arms, man. It'll be great. You shot him.
What
I
are you
think you saw him.
talking about?
You know, Yama, you're not doing a whole lot to dissuade the stereotype of your group.
No, I am not. Listen, like Yama is like unusually nice, relative to the world at large. This man is a psycho. Peter, tell me whenever I arrive.
So you roll up to the GPS coordinates, and you're met with this view right here.
All right, yeah.
Where'd they
I-
say they were?
I've got the I've got like the video from Robbie, so I can so I'm gonna like just start rolling, just like slowly rolling through until I like happen upon the like a view that
Mhm.
about matches up.
Yeah. Robbie, you hear off in the distance the rumble of a vehicle.
Actually, yeah. Now that I am there, yeah, I'm gonna like it's gonna send a message out to we just arrived. Any updates on Grizz?
No change.
The,
Right.
the question is, did Dreamer hear the car pull up?
That's a good question.
Give me
roll
perception.
perception?
Yeah, give me perception.
You won't have long. I'm picking Dreamer up, and
Well, the thing is, if Dreamer can hear it, then so can Grizz.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I rolled really well though.
Are we still patched on the same like little communication network?
I
man.
can't imagine why not.
Because if Grizz is there, bring me his arms.
Yeah. You'll get your shit.
We have 2 literal murder hobos in the group.
No, just imagine the avocado see me lift my head and
Look,
say,
no,
"Oh, hey, bring me his arms."
look, Peter. This is just what late stage capitalism does to a motherfucker.
But yeah, I assume that like within like a minute or two, I pull up on the right building.
Yep. So you're at the gas station. You pull up to the gas station. It's completely dark.
You have to have lights.
Yeah, I was gonna like. Oop.
Robbie, did you move back into the building itself?
I
yeah.
went back to retrieve.
Yeah.
Hassan.
So yeah, you don't see Robbie or Dreamer as you approach the gas station.
So yeah, I'm just gonna send another text. Gonna flash my lights are about to flash in a pattern. That's how you know it's me. And then just flash the high beams in the pattern I said.
I don't imagine it's a far trip.
No, it's not. Unless you're gonna take some sort of side detour here.
No, I just come out.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh no, yeah. The next stage of Plan Yama is reorient on this gas station, and sadly I don't actually have like speakers in this thing. Well, actually, okay. Question, Peter. I don't have like.
You have
like
your internal car speakers if you want to like blast music.
So okay, yeah. What Yam's gonna like? Hey, old man, can you hook the pocket amp to my speakers real quick?
Okay.
What a
Serious question, Sam. Did you actually take your pocket amp into battle?
Yes, he did. He had it last time we went.
Oh yeah, you did say
Kept
that.
asking for opportunities to
Yeah, Peter,
make
like,
use of it.
Yeah, I remember you did say that too.
Like Peter, I want you to think about how I have played this character,
No,
plays
yeah.
and then answer your own questions.
Looking for any opportunity for a sweet guitar solo in the middle of an epic fight. Yeah, got it.
Cyberpunk, what do you want from me?
We've seen this in Mad Max.
Okay. Continue.
All right, yeah. So I'm
Well,
going
yeah,
to.
no, Hassan is just kind of looking at you and like nursing his broken arm and looking over at how beat up Robbie is. He's like, you realize this is complete madness, right?
Listen, you even got to get out of the car. Just get the speakers up and let me take care of the rest.
Oh, this is really stupid. We don't even know if he's got more people inside the brain dance bar. You know what? Sure, fuck it, fine. Here's the pocket amp. You break it, you buy it.
I don't even fucking break this shit. And yeah,
Before you
it's-
begin this operation, allow
Yeah,
me
so-
to maneuver into position. I'm gonna go around behind the building, looking for alternate exits.
There is one.
I will camp it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Do you stop at that one, or do you go around the entire thing?
I do a route. Like I go around it.
All right. There are two.
to
There
see
are,
how many.
there are two other exits.
Can I position myself where both of them are visible?
Yes. You can.
Then I will do
You
that.
can position yourself at the corner of the building and see both exits.
I will relieve Dreamer of my weapon.
Okay.
Robbie, you're real beat up. Take care of yourself, okay?
no hand to hand. Move back if he closes distance.
Yeah, and make sure you hold on tight in case this fucking idiot tries to lay it. I'm just gonna fucking run him down. Shit.
I'm just gonna aim at the door.
I'm aiming at the door also.
If Grizz comes out, I shoot him.
I've got an onboard machine gun. So yeah, I'm gonna once I get like the amp like hooked up so that I can like broadcast my voice, I'm gonna shout out, "Hey Grizz, come out with your hands up! No, you're in there, you little bitch!"
Just looking up at Yama very briefly, like from where I'm aiming, and just going like, "You are a poet, Yamaraja, just absolute poet."
Is a poet.
You are not that uncultured, goddammit. I know you're not. You just say these
Yeah,
things to fuck with me.
Yeah, sometimes it works.
I'm a little surprised you didn't go with "Come out with your hands up, and we'll let you keep them."
No, those hands are promised.
There doesn't seem to be any response at the moment. Like you wait a minute. You're like,
Okay, so then let's then okay, so like the next thing that's going to happen is
Drive to the door.
the door's not. How big is the door?
you can see it right in front of you.
You could probably drive through that with a little bit of scrapage.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got a machine gun. Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just fucking blast the windows and as much of the
Okay.
door in as I can.
Dreamer will object to this by sheer dint to the fact there are people in there who are not Grizz.
You don't know that.
There's other people in there?
You don't know that there's not people in there either.
Yeah, like it's more
Luckily, I'm awful. So that
Yeah,
is
the moment you do that, Dreamer's in like, Yamaraja, what the fuck? What? What if there are other people in there? God damn it!
they heard me. They ain't Grizz. They can get the fuck out.
So I guess right now, like this building has been shot full of machine gun fire.
So you don't stop him from letting loose.
I mean, yeah, I'd grab him, but like I've got one functional arm. I'm fairly certain Yama can tell me to sit down and shut up at this point.
I've got interface plugs. I don't need hands to fire this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's established at this point that the building is full of holes.
Yeah. I don't like again. I don't think I can meaningfully stop Yama before Yama fills the building full of holes.
Oh, from your car. Okay, I was like, where do you have the assault rifle? Oh, right, you have the car-mounted one.
Yeah, but like again, this is one of the big reasons why I don't think I can stop Yama. I'm yelling at Yama, but Yama doesn't really need his hands to do this, and I only have one functional arm anyway.
Mhm.
So this is just happening.
Pretty much.
You just go and like empty the entire thing into the building.
You're gonna use that much ammo?
The building gets a single burst. The hope is that I can flush him out and then start shooting him some more, and or physically run him over.
Are
Is
there
it- you got-
windows in this building?
The building is as you see it in the image here.
So the answer is yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go get out of the car and sneak over the side of the building. Please don't shoot me.
Yeah. Just don't get in front of the line of fire.
If you're just
And,
keeping it
like-
at the front door, it should be fine. and then I'll just see if I can. I'll poke my head real quick and see if I can see anything in there.
There's more where that came from, Grizz.
Okay. Let
Come
me
out if you
see.
don't want it.
I regret giving you my pocket amp.
All right. Blitz, I'm gonna. This is kind of from the opposite view, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull you over to this scene to kind of see what you see. So looking in, like you can kind of see down into it. You can see like an open area here. There's the upper area, and you can see like some booths and everything like that. You do not immediately see Grizz though.
Okay. I'll give Yama a call. Hey, how much can you elevate those guns? Are they fixed?
I believe they're fixed. As far as I know, the default one is a fixed forward mount. There's no like rotation on it.
Okay.
Yeah, fix
There's
forward.
no way you're gonna get him if he's on the second floor.
Son of a fucking. This is a slightly fucked up question. Tell me if /when dice rolls are going to be required to like make this call. Does it like might I be able to fuck this building bad enough that the floor might fall out from under him, assuming he's on the second floor.
No.
Is
Son
the
of a
roof
bitch.
is the roof flat or sloped?
The roof is flat.
Right, I grapple up there.
Okay, you're on the roof.
Dun, 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 dun. I will quietly walk around the top of the roof to see if I can spot Robbie.
All right, give me a stealth check.
A stealth check. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. 17.
Okay. All right, you want to spend any luck on that?
Yeah.
No, you get a 17.
Yep.
Okay. You peer over the other side. Robbie, you can try to spot him if you want to with a perception. If not, if you don't want to bother, you just don't see him.
I can just make the roll.
If I see Robbie, I'll give him a quick phone call, or I'll send him a quick message saying I'm on the roof.
All right, you do not initially see him, and then you see a text that says, "Look up."
I hope I get to roll above a 4.
Yeah. Actually, Dave, do me a favor. Just like
that
roll
matters.
like 10d10 real quick.
Get the junk out.
Yeah.
Last time we did that, like
Like,
it's so weird. Like you can set it to.
You can just keep clicking on them and it'll roll a whole bunch of them.
yeah.
Well, I'm trying that, but it's just escalating a number that it's not.
Yeah,
Then
so it should.
Oh wait, there it is.
There you go. Okay.
But no, like the great prank the time we did this last is that like I would get like a handful of crits as long as there were no stakes.
Any
So-
entrances on the roof?
There's like the AC units and stuff like that, but
Oh.
no like roof like skylights or anything like that. Okay, what do you want to do next, or is that it?
Well, I'm gonna think for a minute and let them do stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm looking at Yama's. Just like, if you're gonna do this, like, we're gonna have to go inside. He's probably on the second floor, hunkered down there. Which means
Yeah, see, I should have like a better view inside now that I have gently filleted it. Yeah, can I roll perception to see if I can like spot?
I mean, you can't
Let's
really
spot
see
it, right?
anything more inside. You have bullet holes in there now.
Okay, fine. Is the door still there?
The door is still there.
Fuck that door.
Are you going to ram the door, or are you just gonna go through it?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Dreamer to brace and
oh god, oh dear
Is-
God in
is-
heaven, Yama.
Is that car actually there?
The car is actually there. As you see it, is what's there.
So, yeah, I guess. Well, the good news is that the front has been bullet hole weakened, so I imagine it won't be too difficult for Yama to just like burst into the first floor.
All right, Yama, give me a drive check. Just want to see if you flub it.
He didn't.
Okay. All right, so you start to position the car as you floor it and then tail whip it around all the obstacles and just bash the door in because your car still takes damage. And because it wasn't at full speed, I'll only do 4d6 instead of 66. Your car takes 13 damage.
Are you going to try to drive this car up the stairs?
That is literally impossible.
Yeah, no, that shit never works. Way too fucking narrow. You can get a bike up. You can get a bike up there if you're clever, but kind of a pain.
All right, Yama, I'm going to pull you to the scene because you're the only one who can see inside right now.
I mean, I'm also in the car.
Oh, you actually stayed in?
Yama just said that he was doing it into brace. I didn't have time to leave. Like, you need to realize Yama is saying things and doing them at the same time. Hassan has no time to do much.
I'm great. I'm a great person. Absolute A plus.
So Peter, what you need to realize is, like, the answer is probably no, because Hassan's not jumping out of a moving vehicle. That's a bad idea.
Okay.
It's just Hassan breathing hard and is like, oh.
All right, so this is the view that you have from your vantage point.
Yama, why are you like this?
And there's a view in which Grizz is clearly not here. I presume.
He might be hiding.
Again, is perception check to check for Grizz?
You do not immediately see him, no. And Robbie, you have not seen him come out either of the back ways either. So he is potentially still in here.
So, perception, or do we just need to move around?
Like, yeah, can we dice to find out if he is here?
You know what? If you want to roll perception to see if like you can find any trace that he is around, go ahead.
All right. Do the night vision help?
No, because it's lit up in here.
Yeah, fair enough. Wow, I crit failed.
I'm gonna pump a luck to make that a 13.
I think I'm gonna like take a walk. I think I'm gonna like get up and like just reevaluate my personal relationship with these games.
Where's this?
Maybe buy a candy bar, a bag of chips, slightly healthier.
So yeah, no, you don't really like looking around and you're just kind of like listening. You don't hear anything off the just kind of being in here. Either he is just staying where he's at or he left before y'all got over here.
So tracking and perception are different skills, and I think tracking is unless like I can use something else.
To see if he left the back of the building.
See if he's already like see if I can find any evidence of footprints. See if he's like
Sure.
already moved on.
Okay.
So would that be perception, tracking, deduction?
So tracking is what you would use. If you like don't roll very high or you like fail.
Yeah, let's
fail
get
to roll,
ready for that.
You can roll perception. I will let you roll perception or deduction to either one of those to complement it, and you can roll again. Okay. So it wouldn't be very hard to find footprints. Fresh footprints in the area if there were any to be found, but you do not see any fresh footprints of anybody leaving out the back doors of the building.
All right, I'm gonna just go in. I'm gonna go in and first take a sweep of the upstairs.
Which door did you go?
I will the first door I found while searching.
Okay, then I will go watch the other door.
Okay. Go ahead and just bring.
Hey Yama, is there
Yeah.
like are there like underground tunnels that people out here sometimes use? I was only like a ground nomad for a bit. I spent a lot of my time at sea.
Man, I
Uh,
don't fucking live here.
yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like maybe he went. Maybe there's a tunnel underground.
So, Robbie, you've come in from this area right here, in the back from the back of the place.
Hey, Robbie.
Okay. Yeah, first I'm gonna go around these arcade cabinets. I'll skip a step by just like using them as.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna be fancy about it. I'm just gonna go around like
Yeah.
with a gun in front of me, sweep, check the upstairs, and if I don't find anything,
All right. So you're upstairs, and you got these 3 booths in front of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and grapple down.
Okay.
I'll check them one at a time.
And then I will go in the door that Robbie didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll like give like the walls on each booth a knock to see if there is a based on the layout I've recorded so far, if there's a space that
Yeah, no, like
is
as Robbie, as you can see, like they're just got like the bead curtains on them and everything, and
Yeah.
they're pretty much open air otherwise. And you check the first one, nobody's in there. You check the second one, nobody's also in there. And you check the last one, and he's just kind of sitting there. Just kind of, he's holding a like an open beer in his hand, and he just kind of looks up at you with this somewhat defeated look on his face, and
What the hell do you want?
make no sudden movements.
You want a beer? Can you drink through that head of yours?
That's a good question, actually.
He cannot. The answer, as Hassan would know, is no.
To Yama's turtle disappointment.
This officer is currently on duty.
Well, looks up down, officer.
Yama,
What can I
think
do for you?
I think Robbie might have found him, Yama.
Remain still.
Yeah, you hear over the loudspeakers. Hey,
I don't plan
Fritz!
on going anywhere.
fuck it. Oh, and yeah, I assume he shouts up to be heard. After like Yama
No, that was-
wants him again.
No, that was him replying to Robbie. He's just that conversational tone right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. In that case, you get like over the impromptu loudspeakers. Hey, Grizz, hey, get fucking ass out here.
Shut the hell up, you reprobate.
The fuck you calling a reprobate, you goddamn piece of shit. You cross the nomads, you know what's coming.
All right, fuck it. I'm going. Yama, shut up. Give me my hand back. I'm going upstairs.
Fuck you, load up. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna kick out and start like walking up there.
I go in the building.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember you guys.
Yeah, there is a bit of something. I was honestly
Are
expecting
you
you
all
to be.
cops too?
Oh,
No.
he still says that. Don't worry about it. I think it's like a software thing. You know, how people
Well-
get when they're really chromed up.
Long story, and frankly, none of your business. Okay, look, Grizz. This night has been fucking hell for pretty much all of us, and a lot of things have been said, and a lot of fists have been thrown, a lot of bullets have been fired. But please, just for all of our sakes, just get in our fucking car.
Why? I seem to be doing just fine right here.
Oh,
Your crew's wrapped up. Max Tag might have it fucking out for you.
Yeah, what the fuck was Max Tech doing there? We didn't do anything to warrant their attention.
yeah, that's the thing. We don't really know either. And that's actually one of the reasons why I want you to get in the car with us. Because, yeah, the Aldecados are pissed at you, but I think the Aldecados are a little bit more pissed about the fact that, you know, Hammerman's private fucking army decided to shoot at all of us. So I think as far as I'm concerned, you're concerned, and they're concerned, we have bigger problems than everybody disliking each other.
Yama kind of narrows his eyes a little bit.
So this could be a chance for you to make good with the Aldecados, because the Aldecados are pretty rightfully pissed with Max Tech and whoever set them on us. So please, get in our car.
Fine. Keep the Blade Happy One calm and Mr. Tin Can here off my back.
Robbie's fine. Yama, I give no promises for, but just go.
Yeah. Fuck you too, old man. Can't believe I let you talk me into this shit all the time.
Because I'm right, and you know I'm right.
Fuck you. Yama's gonna start walking down the stairs to get in the car. He seems like he is like pouting a little bit, but he's not gonna force this.
Is he always like that?
Little bit. He really doesn't like you. Frankly, I don't like you much either, but like I said, we have bigger problems. My arm hurts a whole fuck ton right now, and I'm sure you don't feel great. Just come on.
All right, so yeah, no, he'll follow you down. He'll get in the back, or whatever seat you decide to put him in.
There's enough space for him. I got extra seats. There's no problem.
Yeah,
on that.
then I guess we drive back to the Aldecado camp because you know what? We've got a depressed old warlord in our backseat. Fantastic.
I'll just call ahead. Tell him we got Grizz.
No, how about a
Oh,
meeting?
what? Not the other. Yeah. Tell him we got Grizz. He's alive. Yama, like that is like the second. Like Yama like sends another text after that. Like after like waiting for a couple of annoyed seconds. And yeah, we're driving back.
I want to check the news feeds and see if there's any information on this event out in the desert in the news.
Nothing on the public news feeds, no.
Okay.
It's still like it's only been a couple hours since it happened, and it's also outside the city, so unless there was somebody like covering it, like press-wise, like unless there was somebody there press-wise covering it like live, there wouldn't be anything on the news feeds yet.
So like practically at most, there's maybe like a couple posts on a message board somewhere about a bunch of Max Tag helicopters flying out of the city.
Yeah, like if you look on the I think it's called the Garden is what the general social media is for Night City. Yeah, there's like a couple of people have like, you know, hashtag Max Tag, hashtag, you know, Cyber Psycho Squad, you know, all this other kind of stuff that they just kind of flew out of the city, or at least a good squad of their AVs did. But that's all you pretty much got on it so far.
So yeah, I guess we roll up into camp.
Okay, skill forcibly extracting information from people. So I guess it assumes interrogation, like
24
involves
probably.
harassment and or torture.
It can go up to that, yes. It can go all the way from just, you know, it can go all the way from talking to them to to physical coercion.
On the drive, I'm going to. I want to roll interrogation, but my goal is to just sort of like. I guess like the first question I would I would want that might shine some context is like, what was he doing provoking the Aldecados? Like, what was what was the grand plan there? And if I somehow managed to roll well, basically I would just want to poke around for any information that might shine some light on our situation as a party.
So for now, I'll do it roleplay wise, unless there's something that he is going to try and with any kind of information he's going to try and withhold. At that point, I will have you start making.
Well, like the problem with that is that I, the player, wouldn't know what to ask. Like how I am sort of I am letting the dice handle it mostly because I would imagine somebody who is as has level 5 skill ranks in interrogation would have a better idea of what questions to ask, or I guess in this case demand, that might lead anywhere helpful, that might actually like get the subject to open up.
Okay. Sure. You guys can kind of source the questions if you want to between each other.
Can I aid Robbie's endeavors with persuasion? Basically playing effectively the good cop to Robbie's bad cop?
That would be more conversation, if anything, not necessarily. Persuasion is actually trying to convince them to do something.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, can I roll
Jesus Christ, conversation is a separate skill. Fucking, I hate. Okay.
There are two skills based on
I don't
empathy.
care.
That is
I
conversation and
understand.
perception.
I see that is the thing that exists. All right.
Well, I mean, I can roll conversation to help out. Like, could I do that to help Robbie out?
If you want to, sure.
Okay.
All right, get a +1.
I guess, yeah. So while making the in-setting thing that's happening as I roll these dice, and cry at yet another crit fail, is rather than asking a question, he will just make an open statement of seemed tactically ill-advisable to provoke the Eldecados, right? To provoke him into defending the action and giving away information.
Ooh.
But wouldn't you know it?
Yeah, I think between me and Robbie, I think we probably get everything that Grizz might know.
Hey, you got a +1 on that. Yay.
I mean, sure, like I said, I was just going to go through this through roleplay, but I mean, with that, if he ends up wanting to hold anything back, you're able to press him on any of those things.
Part of this is that Dave made the very good point that we don't necessarily know which questions to ask, so please just
So the two big questions are like, one, none of us are like I only know some trivia about investigative interrogation, and also we don't know the setting well enough to have like the context for the sort of questions that would be relevant. So like you and us can hash out what the conversation was like that led us to get this information.
Right. But well, that's what I was saying. Like you can all kind of like source the questions and whatnot that you want to ask him.
See, I guess like starting off is probably just like, so why would you hit the Aldecaldos? You know that there's way more of them than there are of you. It was only ever going to go one way. What was his end game there?
Honestly, we were just running low on supplies and we saw an opportunity. What they say, desperation breeds and all that.
Is there any criminal activity that you might have been doing that might have gotten Max Tech's attention at all? Just anything you can think of. Any deals that you've been making,
or any run-ins or cooperation with a cyber psycho or anybody that could be mistaken for a cyber psycho.
He kind of he looks you up and down, Robbie. Looks back at you, Dreamers, like, does he count?
Don't be cute.
Did we put parts in Robbie from that other guy?
No.
Okay.
No.
The funny thing is, Robbie is sufficiently cybered up that there's actually very little reason to think that he has any meat in him.
Right. I'm just trying to think of reasons why Max Tech might be running out here. It's like if
Yeah,
these
so,
guys,
I mean, we're
That
basically
wasn't in relation to you. That was in relation to like anybody looking at Robbie and presuming that like
No, yeah, like
any
adding
human meat ever was ever involved in the construction
like
of the
like
thing.
Robbie, Cyber Psycho.
Yeah,
that could happen.
So within the setting and with what Arasaka have done to you, you do still have meat parts in it, but it's like
it's more anybody looking
it's like,
at Robbie.
It's like an 80-20.
Yeah, it's more anybody looking at Robbie wouldn't necessarily think that he's anything but like a really advanced robot.
Yeah. Well, no. What they did was basically was called a full bore conversion, and has taken out most of the meat parts of him and replaced it as much as they could with cybernetics.
Yeah, like
so
fucking.
he has a brain and a spinal cord.
Like fucking Atom Smasher. But yeah, so basically, I'm running down a gamut of just like I'm just running down.
Adam
a list
kept his face. Like you could.
Well, okay. Until 2077. At that point, it's just like an articulate metal plate. But yeah, I'm just running down like a list of just like basically associations, whatever other criminal activities that he's done, anything to just kind of like knock off the possibility that Max Tech was going for him in any capacity for anything that he has done. Like I just want to knock that potential possibility out there right now.
So I think like probably just kind of the general thing is like, has he gotten into anything big enough that a corp would want to go after him?
No, I have no idea why the hell Max Tack hit our place. We haven't done anything that big. Hell, we're actually getting ready to try to go legit, try to make our own little private army, if that were the case.
Okay, so you haven't actually. So to the best of your knowledge, you haven't done anything in the city or close enough to the city and anything big enough that would get Max Tech's attention. Did you come across anything in your travels, your raids, what have you, that might get the ire of a corp? And a corp might have like called in and leaned on Max Tech or lied to them or whatever to set them on you.
Not that I can imagine. We've honestly been laying pretty low as far as the city goes. Mostly just been hitting other gangs out here. You know, the occasional convoy and
was anybody in your gang acting weird? Like just acting suspicious in any capacity? I want to know if you had a mole.
You're asking if a bunch of PTSD veterans were acting weird.
Yes, I know. Look, just anything that stands out.
What was the typical percentage of prosthesis?
Let's see. Not a whole lot, honestly. Most of us don't really want to get cybered up. Most of our prosthetics are based on injuries. He holds arms up. Case in point.
Okay. All right.
Now, I mean, mine might be a little souped up, but that's because they need to be a little more functional than formal. If you get my drift.
Is there a unified origin for the members of the gang? Is there a majority background in terms of the side they fought for?
Yeah, we're all vets of the Central American Wars. Everybody who was part of the gang or survivors of the Long March. Fucking
all right.
U.S. government. Just left us out there to die. We ran out of money, so they didn't even try to bring us home. Everybody out there, all the equipment, all the technology, everything, just left there. Fucking bastards.
Yeah, nobody came out ahead in that war. Nobody came out ahead in the previous war. Okay, all right. More and more, I'm thinking that this was a fucked up swatting attempt. Okay. Well, there's the camp.
any other questions you guys can think of to try and ask him before you'll actually like pull up? Because it's gonna take it takes a little bit to get from where you are to the Aldecott camp. So
Yeah, like mostly everything that he's saying seems to really just kind of lead into the suspicion that we already had that neither Grizz nor the Aldecados have done anything like on their own to call Max Tech on them, which is giving me more and more certainty that this was a hit.
Right, but who knew that we were gonna be there?
Well, Grizz has already kind of given an indication that nobody in his gang, which means the Aldecados might have a mole.
What the fuck kind of filthy nomad calls in goddamn Max Tack on their own people?
Somebody's getting paid
well.
for it.
Somebody might be getting killed for it. Shit.
So with a big fat critical success on the interrogation, are there any questions that could give us the party leads that we didn't consider to ask?
Yeah, you know what? If he's saying he's been like stealing stuff, that then it stands to reason he's got to be able to move that stuff somehow. And it's not like we ran into a place that was full of assorted loot. So who does he sell to? When he picks up stuff that he presumably can't just turn around and use, who does he sell to?
A runner would set that up with Fixer, but I'm pretty sure he's red paste on the floor at the moment as he looks over at Robbie.
Yeah. Do you have a regular Fixer that you went to?
Not particularly, just kind of depended on what we had. A couple of low-level ones. Worked with Rex once or twice.
Ever go to Hawkinson?
Hawkinson, the councilman. What the fuck would I want to deal with him? As far as I'm concerned, he's part of the same party that got me left out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Yeah, Yama. I think either we've been spied on, or the Aldecados got a mole, and took a bribe.
Ugh, fuck, son of a bitch would turn on fucking, and Yama like cuts off into like a obviously angry muttering.
Yeah, because everything that you're telling me, Grizz, is that like, your crew got wiped, and you weren't seeing anything suspicious, and you've been cooperative. Nothing that you've been saying indicates that you were doing anything big enough to call Max Tech. Nothing the Aldecados have been doing has been big enough to say that they called in Max Tech. So, yeah, no, it sounds like a hit, and it sounds like, best guess, maybe somebody in the Aldecados took a bribe and said this was going to be happening.
Yeah, but a hit on who? I mean, I haven't done anything that would warrant anybody really coming after me, at least not that I'm aware of, in the last decade.
Yeah, mystery that we're working on. Don't worry about it. In the meantime, you've been cooperative, and I'm actually willing to speak on your behalf a little bit with the Aldecados.
For what it's worth, I appreciate it, I guess.
Yeah, don't expect miracles, though. They were pretty pissed at you.
Well, it was a risk. It was one that was either going to pay off for us really well or get what happened to us happen to us. We had a meeting about it.
All right. Well, I think, with everything that we've done, we can pretty definitively label off anything Grizz was doing for Max Tech, which is an important avenue to close, honestly. Into the camp we go.
All right, so you're back at the camp. Grizz is in your custody.
Yeah,
and I called ahead so people would know that he's coming and alive. And after a few seconds, there's an asterisk with and cooperating.
So yeah, when we hop out of the car and get over there, it's just for whoever's in charge of the camp currently, it's just yeah. So we actually talked with Grizz, and we have some suspicions, and would like to talk with you in private. For whoever's in charge of the camp.
Yeah. You don't see the guy who was in charge before, whose name I don't remember. I would have to look up the previous VOD because I didn't write it down. All right, so a guy named Vihan comes up to you, and you ask to go talk in private, and he just looks at you and is like, "About?"
What happened tonight? Because we talked with Grizz for a bit. He's been very cooperative, by the way. And I had some suspicions. that I think you should know about.
He looks at you and looks up at Grizz. And he like makes a nod to a bunch of to like behind him, and a bunch of the other guys like walk up with guns and kind of like making the motion of like, you know, we're gonna take him from here kind of thing.
Now, I do want you to take into account he has been cooperative. He was not violent. He was willing to come with us. So, just for what it's worth, just keep that in consideration. I don't think he's got pretty much anything left in him at this point.
Yeah, well, consideration's already taken. He didn't actually kill anybody on the raid he made, so injured, yes. Killed, no.
Just letting you know that, especially since I think that we might all have some mutual enemies. So, all right, in private time, Yama, come on. So,
right.
we grilled Grizz on the way here, pretty thoroughly. Grizz hasn't been doing anything that would have called down Max Tech. Like, Grizz has mostly been out here doing raids on caravans and that sort of thing, and the most of the interaction he's had in the city, period, has been fixers to move stuff. That's it. He hasn't drawn the ire of any corpse. He hasn't been dealing with cyber psychos, and frankly, he hasn't really been doing much in the city at all. So Max Tech wasn't going for him. I know you all haven't been doing anything that would have called down Max Tech, because that's not how you all operate. So I think this was a hit. I think this was somebody using Max Tech as a hammer, calling in a hit, and the only question is how they would have known that this operation was happening. All of Grizz's crew are dead.
Oh, not all of them. We saw some of them getting away, but yeah, I get your point.
So, yeah, I hate saying this. I absolutely hate saying this. Like, I grew up a nomad, so I get it. But I think somebody in the Aldecados might have taken a bribe.
It's a pretty deep cut there. You got anything left to go on that?
Only that it's the only thing that makes sense for why Max Tech would know that this was happening, that whoever would have hit them on us with whatever lies they fed them would have known this was happening.
The city ain't been talking about that fucking base. City ain't been talking about any of this. Somebody knew and somebody called it in. Max Tech doesn't just fucking patrol outside the city.
Yeah, what happened was somebody knew that this was happening. Somebody fed Max Tech a whole bunch of lies based on the information that this was happening, probably cyber psychos or an imminent attack on the city or something. Max Tech doesn't ask questions. Max Tech shoots first. Everyone knows that. They were a hammer.
He's just kind of nodding. He's kind of nodding along with you and like kind of stroking his chin, mulling over what you're saying. It's like, I don't know who it could be though. We've been in a pretty good spot lately with all the stuff that we've been doing. We're basically indispensable to the city at the moment.
Who have you been dealing with? It might not even be that somebody was taking a bribe. It might be that somebody let something slip to whoever you've been dealing with, and they decided to do this. But like, if you could tell me, who have you been dealing with? Like corps, politicians, what have you? Who have you been operating with that this information might have slipped to?
This seems infeasible. The window of time was extremely narrow.
He looks at you as all like, yeah, I mean, we only were planning this in the last 24 hours.
Yeah,
so unless somebody was in direct contact or feeding them live information somehow.
Actually, hey Blitz.
Ah.
Think you could do your magic and see if somebody's been feeding information to the city? We don't even really need a destination so much, just like if somebody's been doing that, just to narrow some things down.
I mean,
can you
literally just make phone calls to do that?
No, that's fair. Is there any way that Blitz could track that?
Not really. He would have to like have access to like the direct devices and everything like that. Like again, you have to realize like Cyberpunk Red and the time of the Red, like the agents' cell phones are actually fairly old. Like the stuff that you see in 2077 doesn't even come around.
Okay, then in that case, then I would say, I know this is a big ask.
Wait, how does cell phone towers work? Like, would there be like a node nearby that you could cipher through the last 12 hours or so of,
there's
of
cell phone towers.
communications?
There's cell phone towers.
Yeah, there's that stuff around there, but yeah, he'd have to like find the tower that was used and everything like that. Yeah,
Seems like a fairly easy triangulation. Like, we can find that out, and then we can. Is there any way we can help bolster him to like gang up to ensure that he does not burn his prefrontal cortex out trying to examine the tower?
not unless anybody could jump into the net with him.
Well, man, I was just going to like try to ask this guy Peter, I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
Vihan.
Like, I know this is a big ask, but could you just have our net runner look over your devices, see if anybody made a call out?
That's a wildly big ask.
I'll roll persuasion for it.
Sure, roll persuasion.
You have to understand, I'm still injured too.
Hey, Robbie, what do you need press start info for?
So fuck me then. Okay. James said no.
Nah. Nah.
So
How it is.
yeah, he looks at your proposal and it's all like, so you're proposing to me that we are suspicious of somebody and that we want to one by one check everybody's agents because we're suspicious of them. You don't think that the person that did it, if there is a person that did it, wouldn't just wipe the records from their agent if that were the case?
Fair point.
Or just not come back to this location.
That too.
Fair point. Okay. All right. But yeah, like that's my suspicion. Like it's the only thing that like makes this make any kind of modicum of sense. So, all right, in that case, then let's where's the nearest cell phone tower? Can you direct us to that?
Yeah, I could probably figure that out.
And Blitz, who is? You said you got a tip. Who gave you that tip?
One of my buddies.
Yeah, how'd they know? Who do they know?
Yeah, can you text your buddy and ask like for some context?
Sure. This may take a little bit.
you can just
It may help.
You can just talk what you want, and I will like type what you get back. So it's not just a constant back and forth of instant messages.
Right. Hi, buddy. How did you get the information about Max Tech making their move out here?
Offer to buy the info. Maybe that'll help.
Nah, we're on good terms.
Yeah, this is like this is his life path buddy that he works with a lot.
This is somebody I'd take a brain fry for. All right, Jamer. My buddy was actually monitoring the channels at the time, and he just caught the order offhand.
Okay.
What were the specifics of the order?
It was just it was a mobilization order, so it's probably gather everybody and go. But let me check.
Yeah, if we could figure out what Max Tech thought they were dealing with, this might help a bit.
Yeah, like the orders would have to be more specific. Like it would be real weird. It would be really weird.
No, it's quite possible they say, everybody grab your gear, meet here, and we'll tell you what's going on when you get here. And they don't broadcast what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
That is quite possible.
Mm-hmm. So what's so you're asking to see if there's any more specifics on it?
I mean, they didn't hit with a really big group, so it was probably a quick mobilization. They didn't come in with 30 people or 300 people or some bullshit like that.
I mean, flying cars and miniguns are still a lot.
That's not much for them, right?
That is true.
It seems like the information they got was just they got some info of a gang that was psychoed out and they were ramping up. So
Okay.
somebody squealed.
Okay. So, all right. That about fits with what lies I expected they were told. So somebody definitely, so somebody definitely told Max Tech a pack of exactly what they'd want to hear in order to get mobilized. Okay, cool. Blitz, I know you're fucked up to shit, but could you try to like plug into local cell tower and figure out like?
Yeah, but I need to go to the cell tower.
All right, then let's find that. Then I look to Visan and just say like, we'll look into that, but yeah, in the meantime, like that's the best that I got. It's the only thing that makes sense. I'm sorry. I know that sucks. It's the only thing. It's the only thing that like makes this crazy fucked up night like play out the way it did.
So this was still outside the city. Like there's I think I'm speaking out of character here. Like into the collective mind state of the party. So like I'm looking in the like PDF, and Max Tech is sort of the last surviving vestige of the Night City PD.
Correct.
And they have like they're like paid like I guess like neighborhoods set up a community fund as well as like several private individuals. It's still a significant question as to who phoned it in.
Yeah.
Like it
like-
would have to be somebody who like has some sort of Max Tech certification for them
Yeah.
to care, especially if it's outside
Yeah,
the Night City, the city limits.
which means it's somebody with means. Like it's obviously somebody with money. Which, like, at this point, I'm hoping to find like whoever in the Aldecados camp, if anyone, fed information to that person, who then told Max Tech, "Hey, there's a bunch of cyber psychos getting ready to attack the city in this place here."
Actually, it may be just as simple as, "Hey, we're going to do this. Here's who's involved," and they're like, "Right, thanks." And then whoever's on the other end made the other call.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm thinking.
I guess the only way to do this would be to like make another like I want to run a investigation on this camp. I'm gonna like it's like the order of operations I imagine is going to happen is I'm going to want to ask this leader figure who is probably the most connected person in camp, like who knows the most people in camp, like who's the who's the tribe busybody. And then ask that person as discreetly as I can who the fuck is a likely suspect, like who in some combination of desperately needs money or seems to have run into a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, and while we're doing that, because I'll help Robbie out with that, Blitz can go to the nearest cell tower and try to see if he can't like find any messages from there. Like
Yep.
we'll attack this from both ends.
Okay. So start with Robbie, and does any
Helping Robbie.
yeah, you're Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna take a moment. I need to get up and get something to drink. I am
Sam, what's
really mad. I'm gonna spend 5 points of luck to bring that up to
hold on. Before you do that,
like
before
a
you
minimum.
do that, Sam, what skill are you using to help Robbie out?
Well, conversation worked last time. I've also got persuasion just to try to kind of like convince people to cooperate.
Okay. Roll either one of those.
Well, persuasion's better, so I'll go with that.
Okay.
So, like, I'm just trying to convince people to cooperate and work with us. Very specifically, work with Robbie.
Right. All right. Robbie, roll again with a +1. So you're going around and trying to figure out who's doing what. There's not necessarily a camp busybody as you describe it. Everybody is kind of like close in their own way. Like there's little like, friend groups and everything like that and little cliques and stuff like that. But everybody is pretty open with each other.
The next guest for person would be like the quartermaster, the person who like
Sure. Yeah, no,
make sure everybody has enough dinner and bullets.
Yeah, no, totally. You can totally approach them. Sorry, my mind just blanked. What is it? What is the questioning?
Like to paraphrase you of it, Dave. Like, who then does anybody seem like they really needed money?
Oh, does anybody seem like they're in dire straits?
Has anybody been desperate, or has anybody run into like a really weird windfall recently?
Yeah.
And beyond that, like who I think in order to like get the best results, I'd probably like frame the inquiry of we're looking to maybe do some business with townies. Who would have that kind of who would we talk to for that?
Right.
Because I think that's a sort of lateral way of getting to the question of like who here would be most likely to be able to have the connections that would like result in them sort of having access to the kind of tie that would ask them to do this.
Yeah.
Or would probably favor them if they did this.
Yeah. So the information you get is like the leadership is mainly who deals with like fixers and stuff like that, and people in the in there. The person you're talking to is part of the leadership, being that they have to oversee all of the logistics of the camp. They've dealt with fixers in town and everything like that, and any thing that they happen to like score on that can be sold, or supplies that they might need to buy from in the city, or trade deals that they need to set up. They're the ones who have been setting it up. As far as anybody who's come into a big windfall, not particularly. The whole thing is kind of communally based. I mean, everybody has their own like possessions and everything like that, but any major resources go straight into the clan.
Has anybody made a big contribution to the clan?
Not individually. There have been there have been some good scores from when bands have gone out and whatnot, but there hasn't been a single individual who has been like, oh hey, I just got all of this stuff, here you go.
I guess broadly is I wouldn't know what would be the best way to ask, like, is there anything that doesn't add up? Like, is there anybody that like rumors going around of since everything's communally shared, like is anybody like showing signs that like naturally unprovable, or else this dude would have like already strung him up. Anybody showing any signs of hoarding? Anybody like basically, is there anything suspicious happening?
Not really. Like honestly, like everybody that you've been talking to is just as confused about the situation as you are. Now, granted, there have been people who have not returned. They are either dead, or it's very possible that they might have been one of the people of suspect. So, but everybody that you've been talking to here so far, with all of this, they are seem just as lost as you are on what the hell happened.
In that case, we'll switch tactics. Since we're just a bunch of jacks, since we're just a bunch of like towny mercenaries as far as these folks are concerned, except for except for Yamaraja,
He's worse.
to a greater or lesser degree. Yeah, he's worse. Um, uh, we'll ask around if like they're posting up any kind of bounty for search and rescue of a missing, and by that means, angle for information about the people who are missing, and see if we can't find a likely suspect in among those names.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the same information. Nothing that they can think of off the top of their head. Maybe if there was like some digging, if they had like access to their agents or anything like that, that might be one thing that, you know, they could look at, that could be looked into. But with them being gone, they just don't know. I mean, they don't want to suspect that, you know, you even get like people saying like they don't want to expect that or suspect that anybody within the family has, you know, sold them out for, you know, whatever reason.
That's why it's not the question I'm asking. Like, I'm trying to like
I know
that cognitive divide by like asking about something completely unrelated.
Yeah, without them being here, they just don't know.
Okay. Is there a skill I can roll that will grant us any leads at all to have any clue what we should do next, rather than like just, I guess, move on with our day and hope the next attempt to kill us renders more valuable information?
Yeah, as far as you're concerned,
how do I engage with your plot, Peter?
As far as you're concerned here, it doesn't seem to be there's any leads.
Well, all right. Okay. Then I'll give Visan my number and just say like, anybody who comes back, just please keep me informed. We're gonna look into the cell tower, but after that, just like, those are my suspicions. So only that makes sense. I want to stay in contact with you.
All right. Yeah. No, he will definitely, and he extends out that you help them out, so it's only right that they'll help you out.
Cool. All right.
Despite the tragedy that just occurred.
Yeah, and especially since like we actively took steps after the tragedy to try to work out just what happened and like how like answers can be found. So yeah, hopefully the Aldecados can follow up on that. After that, it's just the cell tower and seeing if we can at least find like if any leads there. So I guess it's blitz time.
Yep.
I got a question. Those little healing pack things that we have.
Yep.
Speed packs.
Yeah, how much do they give us?
Body plus will.
Body plus will.
Yep, once every 24 hours.
Okay, I need to take one before I go over there.
Oh yeah, you haven't gotten one yet.
Well, I own one, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it.
Well,
I mean, you haven't used one today.
Resin has them, but yeah, you have paid her for one basically.
Yeah.
Like put the healing juice into blitz.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I need at least.
I can do that.
Yeah, I need at least 6 points so I can get above half, so I don't have a damn penalty.
I stab you with a speed heal.
Yeah, it's basically you put an air hypo up to him, pull the trigger.
Oh, the cyber methamphetamine. It's great.
Yay! So that gets back will plus body.
Yep, body and will.
So 11.
Hang on.
There is also there is enough meat in Robbie's that you would be able to use one on him as well, if you want to give him one.
I would fork out some money to Resin, just like please stick Robbie with one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, it's blitz time. Let's see what blitz can get from the cell tower, and then I guess it'll round off the session.
Yep.
I also need my arm repaired.
Yeah, we need to rest up for a few days.
Do you still want me to try to work on those press credentials?
Might be worthwhile.
Yeah,
it's a shot in the dark, and like we would only get the official story, but it would be something.
All right. Into the net. It's not hard to find a cell tower near here.
All right.
All right, give me that first net roll because obviously it's protected.
Interface.
Worm.
All right, TV was a 6. You're in.
All right, I gotta load up a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Worm. There's just something about that word.
Worm.
So, activate worm, activate armor. So I already had it activated. And my first action was getting in there anyway.
Yep. So you got 2 more actions. So you make up 2 more. And yeah, no.
I guess we're really just nearby to, like, I don't know, pull Blitz's twitching body away from the tower if we need to.
Oh,
Die horribly.
yeah. All right.
All right, then I will do.
So your next 3 actions. What do you got?
Yeah,
Pathfind. You see that there are. You see that there are 5 more levels to this. It looks like a pretty basic infrastructure.
Okay. Pathfind. I did that. Activate that. Activate that. All right. I spend 2 more actions activating 2 more programs. Wait around for next round to roll up.
Yep.
And then I go on up.
All right. You encounter a hellhound.
Lovely. So we got a speed roll here.
Yep. Let's see. What were the programs that you activated, by the way?
Activated Eraser and Speedy Gonzalez.
All right. So +2 to that speed roll.
But I roll junk.
There you go. Spell is 6.
Wait.
Oops. Needs to be a D10. All right, you got 11.
Yep, he's up.
Yep. Okay. So it's going to attack you. It's 6, right? Yeah.
It's got a +6 on attack.
Yep. It's got its Hellhound a 6 on perception, speed, and attack. And 2 on defense.
Robo.
Screw that guy.
Alrighty.
You just backhand it.
No, that means I just dipped out of the way. All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna light him up.
You got a bunch of swords, right?
Yep, I do.
Mm-hmm. Like I just imagine because you said like your avatar's like Buddha or whatever, or a Buddha.
Form Buddha.
And I just like imagine like as you attack, it like transforms into like Shiva or something like that.
Yup. There's my first attack.
All right, defending 7.
That's a no.
I need one more.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 3d6, right?
Yep.
We need one more d6 there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 8.
Yep. All right.
Then I sort him again.
You gonna sort him out?
Sort him out.
All right, you got a 5.
Second.
All right, so that's 8 and 13. Yep. You derez the Hellhound.
Yep. I really don't want to go up right now. So I'll run another Pathfind to kill time and then go up next round on a 3. With 3.
Okay. Yep, no, you see the same stuff. You don't see anything impeding your... No, like, passwords or anything impeding your path, it does look like.
So nothing here on the 3rd level?
Third level, you see a control node.
Nope. Okay.
That might be what we're looking for.
So I backdoor that, if I remember correctly. Nice. Good God. Okay.
Well,
Yeah. So
node
this
now
is
yours.
this is the control node that controls the power to the station.
Okay. But it doesn't have any information on the records from here.
Correct. This is not the informational data monitoring node.
Okay. That was one action. So I guess I go on up. Level 4.
Moving on up.
All right. You encounter a skunk.
A
Thank you.
skunk. Yay. Speed test versus skunk?
Speed test. +4, not 104.
Yeah.
All right, you get to go. You get to go first. You can attempt to just slide past him if you want.
Nope, I'm gonna dice him into non-existence, hopefully.
It's like Blitz has just had a night.
Oh, no.
Oof. All right.
Oh, that misses.
Well, it depends on what it rolls to.
I know, it could junk out, but probably
Okay.
not.
No,
All
it
right.
depends.
Alright, second attack.
All right. Well, it gets it.
I still had 2 actions.
Oh, right. Okay. Go ahead.
Here.
All right, you hit it.
Yep. Only did 11. Okay.
Okay, it is still rezzed.
Yep.
I think you have one more action, don't you?
No, because I'd used it on the control node hack.
Right. Oh no, you said. Oh no, that's right. You did. You did that and then went to the next one. Okay. So it's going to attack you.
Oh, great.
Oof.
Well, I get skunked.
All right. Yep. So you are at a -2 to all slide checks.
Yep. But I'm not sliding. So, I will just attack him.
Okay.
Hey.
So you don't you don't hit him there because
Yep. He gets at least a 1, yes.
yeah.
Ooh.
You got luck, right?
I do, but I mean, it's a skunk. It doesn't do any damage.
Fair enough.
So basically, I just stand here until he dies.
Covered in robo fart gas.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it just kind of sits there. It's like it's this little like Peppy Le Pew cartoon just kind of bouncing, you know, around you.
Yep. There we go.
All right, you hit it.
Probably do it.
Let's see. You did 13 damage before. No, what was your last damage? 11.
11.
11 and 11 is enough to kill the skunk.
Okay. And then I will go up to the. See, that was one action. Yeah,
Actually, you had killed it last turn. I was just dyslexic, and I read the one below it. And I thought I had 15, but only has 10.
Oh, so it was just dead. So whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on this level? Nothing.
Nothing else on that level. You got 2 more levels to go.
No, that was level 4.
Yeah, there are 6 levels total.
Oh, I thought you said there were 5.
I said there are 5 more.
Oh, 5 more. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and go up with 2 actions.
Okay. You encounter a raven. So, it's more anti-personnel black ice. So, speed.
Speed. Oh yeah, he's going first. At least that's on the speed check.
Yep. All right, he is going to attack. Attack is also +4. All right, a 9 versus a 10. All right, it misses.
Right.
Which is good because it will derez a single defender program from you as well as deal damage.
Right. Attack.
All right, it's defense. Only 2.
He got a 9. I will spend 2 points of luck to get a 10.
All right.
So I hit him.
All right, deal damage. All right, 9. Still rest.
Still
Hit him
dead.
again.
Hit him again. That's a hit.
And it is derezed.
Yay. All right. That's full 3 actions used up. Next round, full 3 actions go up to the next level.
All right. You find another control node.
All right.
With a worm.
I think a 12 will be enough.
A 12 is enough.
Right.
This is the node that controls data going in and out.
Excellent.
All right, that's what I need. I will pop information about however long ago the raid took place.
Like
Yeah.
we just in the last 24 hours, pretty much, because that's like
Probably don't want to do that much, lest we get like just deluged in people driving by and calling home.
yeah, because
Right. I just need to narrow it down to like an hour before and after the raid took place. And that should narrow it down quite a bit.
Yep. All right. I will come up with all of that stuff that you guys get for next time because it is 10:40.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
I do a cloak.
Okay.
The good hunting blitz.
That'll roll to
and
1.
then- yeah. And then I pull out. Well, I got the information.
Cool. We can look
it's
over
gonna take-
that.
It's gonna take a little while to dig through it, though.
Okay. Question: Are you guys going back to Aldecado camp, or are you heading back into town?
I mean, we've given
Somebody
the
come pick me up.
Yeah, we need to pick
Okay.
up Resin because Resin's just been treating people. Like, I figure we're in as good as we can get with the Aldecados, and they were at least receptive to like our suspicion that somebody's on the take because it's the only thing that makes sense. And they said they'd call us if they figure out anything else. So yeah.
All right.
So-
Okay. Well, then the question is: Are you going to just pick up Resin and then go back to town, or are you going to stay in the Aldecado camp?
I think Resin back to town.
The clinic will have more facilities to patch us up.
All right.
And like, let's face it, they're probably they are in the moment probably more or less satisfied with me because I brought Grizz, but I don't think they want me around.
The other question is, do we want to drive back by where the hit took place?
Probably not.
Uh-uh.
At least maybe
No.
not tonight.
But besides that, if anything, based on the lack of information we have at this time being, we're probably putting them in danger.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
They have ways to communicate with us. We have given them our suspicions. We have left a good impression. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this is about as good as we're going to get with the Aldecados. And obviously, if we figure out anything from the phone data, we'll tell them, and that'll give them more to go on for their own internal investigation.
of organic toys, never running out on the